Hello, sweetheart. This is a meditation, a moment in time, just for you. And like a book, this will always exist on your shelf for whenever you feel like you need it. And during this time, you might feel the threads of strange new habits or strange old habits trying to bind you and tie their way around your fingers and your wrists. But that's all they are, tiny little threads. So this meditation exists for you. If you feel like you are struggling with negative behaviours, addiction, or just stuck in something that isn't that helpful. So when you're ready, find yourself in a comfortable seated position, or perhaps you want to lie down, and if you should be so lucky to have a soft place to lie for a moment with me, place your phone behind your head and allow the sound of my voice just to wash over you like a wave. And if you're seated or if you're lying, just take a few wiggles and allow the body to slowly find its place and settle as your wiggles and your rocks start to slow down and the body starts to land here. When you're ready, gently closing down the eyes, starting to inhale slowly now through the nose for 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale through the mouth for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And I just want you to keep going with that breath now, making your exhales ever so slightly longer than your inhales. And then on your next breath, I want you to notice the way the air feels as it hits the tips of your nostrils, and allow that cool new sensation to travel down the back of your throat, entering the tops of your lungs, that sweet expansion into the sides of your lungs. And then imagine it's like a smooth pebble as it skims the whole length of your torso, along your legs, right the way down to your feet. And in your imagination, you can hear a gentle trickle of running water, and your body suddenly feels weightless, as though it is suspended by gravity, suspended in time, suspended in air. And in your imagination, you reach your arms out by your side, and your fingertips are touching the surface of the water, And you can feel the tiny ripples from each pad of your fingertip start to ripple their way outwards. Maybe you can feel the sides of your hands ever so slightly immersed, but the palm is just skimming the surface of the water. And you realize that you are floating along a river. And I'd like to tell you a story. A story about a log and a river. And this story is a way to reframe any negative habits, any negative patterns that might have formed, might be resurfacing in your life right now. Because a few moments ago, you were standing at the edge of a chaotic, raging river, and it's pouring rain. And you were standing at the edge of the river and you slipped and you fell in. And just moments ago, you were struggling to keep afloat. You kept getting pulled and sucked under by unexpected rapids and currents. You felt like you were struggling to come up for air and you were struggling to breathe. But you spotted a log floating by. So you reached out and with all your might you flung yourself upon this log and you held onto it for dear life. And eventually, this little log carried you to the calm waters upon which you now find yourself floating. The storm has passed and you can see the riverbank's edges. And you try to swim to shore, but you can't because you are gripping so tightly to this log, which now feels cumbersome and heavy. And ironically, this thing that once saved your life is now stopping you from exactly where you want to go. It's holding you back and it's keeping you stuck like cement in your boots. And along the riverbank, you look up, and there, right there, in amongst the golden light, is everyone you know and love. And like cheerleaders, they're waving for you. They're saying, come here, come closer. All you have to do is let go of the log. Let go of the log. We're right here. We're all here for you. And inside you, you feel worse because you don't know how to let go of this log. You don't know how to unstick yourself. There's a small part of you that says, oh, it doesn't make sense. I can't let go and I don't know why. And in many respects, this is what happens when we form these negative habits. Perhaps we drink too much, or we be nasty to ourselves, or we do various things that we know aren't kind or good to ourselves. And in many ways, these coping mechanisms might have saved us, and they might have helped us navigate our ways to calmer waters. But now we're there. We don't need to hold on to them anymore because they're no longer serving us. They're not enriching our lives in any way at all. In fact, they are holding us back from stepping out this water into who we truly, truly are and to where we want to be. And just like fear keeping us stuck, this heavy, heavy log is also keeping us stuck. And we don't want to drift along to a raging river once more. We have everything within our power to get out. And so you look at the log and you smile at it gently. You nod your head and you say thank you. Thank you for getting me here. I appreciate the role you played, but now I no longer need you. And with that, you let go. And you dive into the water and you realize you could swim perfectly well just by yourself with everything you needed and already had in your body. And you take those laps and paddles and splashes to the shore, proudly, gladly, with joy and glee and a full empowerment, because it was all there, it was all in you all along. And as you get out and you step onto that riverbed, whole and complete in who you are. Welcome home. Start to deepen that breath now, taking that feeling with you. On a great big inhale, shoot that feeling right the way down to your feet, those feet that are grounded and landed. And stretch it right up to your fingertips, right down to your toes. Take a great big good morning stretch. Reach, reach, reach. And then bring those arms around you. Maybe bring those knees into your chest if you're lying. Give yourself a big old hug, a big old squeeze. And know that you have yourself at all times. And you never needed a log to keep afloat, because you could swim all along.